TV, certainly the best.
To Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, and to serve Nigeria with all my strength. That's how it's supposed to be. I do for Benin City, I do stay South Nigeria. Anywhere you do for Nigeria, they watch us online for Facebook, for YouTube, for TikTok. We must continue to thank you for the time in until they watch us. So, however, when there is life, there is hope. You know, say, like some months ago when I visit this Central Park, drivers they complain say they know they see work. But the state government now, they don't answer us, they don't drive everybody when they load anyhow for inside the ring road for Tell Joshua and Ibn all of them come the Central Park. But make I enter, make I CRCB because they don't agree to go. Agree to.
That's my RTV one.
Central Park.
We are so calm. We like it like this.
Abi?
Because of our passengers, so we need to go.
Everybody they come here now.
Yes, direct.
Direct. Never spray the bus. Well, how far I walk today now?
When we tell you
Central Park they flow.
if they flow, but the passenger not be the problem. They not give them go Central Park.
Passenger.
Passenger have a problem.
Okay, how you doing? How's the family?
Thank God.
How we go to know whether this one are clear Yaris now when they carry passengers?
This one is special one inside the Central Park, which Gedo government designate for us as a cab.
How we go to know?
Because now only here it they take passenger come out, they go outside, they go stay. But we want Edo State government to help us, give us a sticker. We place on here. So when you see her, you go say this one a cab from Central Park, Edo State, Benin City.
You know what spray on yellow and red?
I beg with the beg am. Make it no spray so that if they go bank, government house and airport, many places, may give us that big sticker we not can put. When anybody see her, taxing from Central
Minister of Transport, show on the yellow. How far? No, where you they come up from Central Park, no passenger?
Passenger not there now. What do we want to do? We know if we stay inside here now for hours before turn go reach our body. If we there now 3-4 hours, we'll sleep, wake up before we go load one.
Now, if tell me say Central Park not the flow. Now, government don't clear everybody now to come.
But nobody they come now.
Passenger.
Passenger not they come. Passenger not they feel they wait. Now allow to load.
You say whatever, they don't they arrest some of the passengers now. Passenger want to enter for ring road or put her for mobile court.
Another thing I have to contribute. The patrol team, they should only be inside the ring road to patrol, no patrol inside the lane, because inside the lane not be in the center. Now inside the road now the center. Not be said they go to follow security, go to follow Loton, go to come outside, go to follow those sharp corner. Where they monitor all the old bus drivers as they go. Not be in they send them. Now inside the road they send them.
Why you not go carry passenger come out?
Don General.
Your bus don't full now. It don't they flow now.
No flow, it's your.
Central Park now, don't they flow?
No flow.
Why they flow?
Many are like they follow that side, they enter the shining road.
Okay.
The other side.
So where you know so now? I see.
You not go fit they come up from inside Central Park. Your bus now, you not full. Your bus not full. No passenger.
You know me now. We go find passenger for road now. Go find passenger for road now. And that one matter. Not everybody. Now old man they work for inside Central Park now.
You know if they come up for Central Park without saying you not carry passenger. Passenger not there.
You know they see there again, no. Now inside the go there already talk. If they come they come for.
Government don't drive all the bus for inside ring road. Government don't drive all the bus no more.
Now the passenger not the hear word. It say inside Central Park or float and go. They say inside the go for here come and not see passenger come here. If any bus will go inside the road, they go arrest the driver, arrest the passenger. The passenger will not say motor not they go inside the road.
Okay, maybe arrest the bus and the passenger.
Yes.
They don't they do them. They do mobile court now.
Okay, sir.
How you go to come up from Central Park, your bus no passenger?
Central Park, the passenger not the Central Park now. We dey carry from that side they come here now. We not the stay for park here now. So why you not to the road they get like that now?
This thing surprised me. This thing surprised me. Okay, you dey come up from Central Park, no passenger?
No passenger, no passenger. All you people say that they carry along the What they call am? Inside ring road, the suburbs.
They don't clear inside ring road. Passengers are coming to Central Park now. This one don't still full. They don't move now. That's what we want. Passenger too, because right now any passenger when government cash for ring road, when one job enter bus, now mobile call to them. Don't they arrest so many passengers? So if you be passenger now, now Central Park you can enter your motor. Well done, no. They are loading. Passengers are coming. Well done, sir. How you doing? How is your head?
Fine.
You dey check off from ring road, come enter here so.
Yeah.
You don't see bus enter for there now.
No.
Government say everybody should come to Central Park and enter.
Here the rush.
As the last time I come here, when I say you're not the rush.
No, not the rush.
If you look the passenger now, passenger program, see here. We dey happy. He dey rush.
Passenger.
Wetin you dey talk?
I dey
Explain
try
am well,
to
may I
talk.
understand.
Wetin I dey try to tell you say government don say make una no go dey enter for ring road again. If una wan enter bus, make una dey come Central Park.
No, dey come park.
Yes na.
What if you carry heavy load? How will take do am?
Wheelbarrow dey there wey go carry am.
If you no come see wheelbarrow, every time you go dey see wheelbarrow.
Take am all with the clean well. I don't give you that.
Na you na talk say Central Park no dey flow. Government now don shut that ring road now.
We go walk well.
You know why? Why you know the flow be this? The task force wey they bring come, where they help so. They get their own motor where they go inside and go where they load. Task force. They get
proof to that.
Yes. They say that they work there. Here they move. Which person they come? No person they come here. So government don't start. But then, they never do the work well. Like Siloko Road. Until you go stop from here, go reach faith in God. Before you go move. So what they do now, just now Procon they never do work.
But since yesterday, passengers they come.
Not with that one. Until the governor goes direct the commissioner of police, make it remove all this before it go stop.
What's new?
However, okay, come up for my eye. However, we don't say I'm saying government need to create more parks. As this Central Park there, so we need to get for Kobahi, we need to get for Upper, we need to get for Ekenwa Road, we need to get for Ogida. I see a big so. Make government do small park so that it go fit satisfy everybody. But we just monitor the situation because for the past 2 weeks as we cry, government answer us. Government don't send the tax force say they don't want to see any commercial bus or car load for King Square, load for all this junction will be said that the cost go slow. They say make all of them come inside the Central Park. Then to you will be the passenger. Passenger, listen to me now. So they talk to you now. You go see now when I go to show them now. So many passengers now that they face mobile courts. So many passengers now they face mobile court now. If they catch any passenger when like to want enter for ring road, now mobile court I don't tell you. Passengers don't they come? I said passengers don't they come?
Never they come, we never said.
No, talk say no they happen. Passengers don't they come?
Never they come.
Government don't drive every bus with the ring road.
Yeah, we dey see am, but passenger never they come. Maybe na small.
I come here.
Baba, where did you
I never know.
Okay, you know if you talk like that.
Why?
You know if you talk like that.
You say we sit down, we carry phone within. He walk there, we go sit down till they wash food.
I said they don't. Passengers now don't they come now?
Make they come. We want see.
Which
Na
road
to
be this?
na the Rusa.
Waiting they happen.
It is sleep. You just sleep. Okay, you don't fit talk like that. Governor don't drive on the bus for ring road. Make passenger they come Central Park on the enter bus auto.
And as e dey now, you know na sleep I dey sleep for.
Why you go dey sleep?
Why I no go sleep? Passenger no dey.
How many trip you don't do now?
This I never go one.
Okay, not talk like that. Na America you dey load? Na Cameroon you dey load?
No.
Na Ghana you dey load?
No.
How you say you never go one
I
trip?
never go. When I come around 8 o'clock, I dey here this morning. Now my first trip now I wan go load soon. I never load. By the time we reach out, woman go dey draw you money. No try say no work. They know they believe.
Government don't stop all those inside ring road. Now passengers they come inside Central Park.
But okay, you see the okay. Now be sleep is at the sleep when you come meet me so. Not be small o.
I been at Ghana you dey load?
No, na Erusei here they go.
Erusei?
Erusei
People they stay for that area?
Even this rainy season, water go take over everywhere.
For Eruse?
For Eruse, not be small.
Because I come surprise a mature man like you, they sleep.
What thing I go do? And now if you just stay for house.
Any passenger wey go enter bus for Ring Road na mobile court o. Government don dey carry una go mobile court o, so that this papa now dey sleep. Hello. I don't suffer, not be small. Upper say I get sense. Poverty not good at all. Oh. Now he make I join this business.
God go bless Ekpebo one because overtime they worry him. No, he don't let it win. He don't let it win.
I don't tell you. No, what he do now because now complain say
no waiting before.
No worry with
you know what we driver we thank God put for one. The government wey me don see for one if na before Agberu go dey disturb us but see here na Agberu dey work for inside the road o.
But they don't stop them now.
They don't stop them but not be all of them don stop. God go bless Okpewo for that one. Number two, me I go come here I go dey sleep o but now I don go one come o. Now the second one I say God go don bless her. He go win o. He go win.
Election never reach now.
Even they never reach don vote her in.
You say.
Do me don vote her in.
Now you know why drivers they happy. For the past like 3 months now, those state government, local government, and the transport union, they never collect any money from una.
We never experienced that before.
Wetin dey happen?
Correct. Fine. And those state task force are there for Ebo Street. The passengers know they like go Central Park. The passengers prefer to stop anyhow. Now so I do color B, red and yellow. Yeah, we are there in Central Park.
Sorry.
What's happen?
Not be our fault o. Not be our fault. And the way things dey be.
Passengers will not dey see them for Central Park.
Passengers no dey go inside Central Park. And inside Central Park, e go dey congested. Dey congested o. If I want to go inside that place, e go hard. E go hard. Now just to maintain things, make things dey go on smoothly. Make the clear road. Simple. If not, how many motor dey only Ekewan road?
As I go Central Park now, they say make I come Ebo Street.
Okay.
Say na here they happen now.
Okay, if you reach Central Park, when you reach there, no say as motor full now. Me where they come now, where I go enter, you no go dey. Space no dey like that.
You don't go like 4 trip today now.
For where? This is my second trip. Oh.
I like your color. You need spray out.
I need this spray out because me not say I not be obedient servant.
Yes,
I be obedient servant too. Na him concern.
How far governor never collect ticket money for you from the past 3 months?
Governor try for that one. He dey do better work. And as he dey do and dey go, make we dey see am. And so me see am reach you. Thank you very much.
Oh boy, your car stereo not be here. Na screen.
How body? Go here.
Flow.
Well, come on,
Kini best shot too. Hey, whoa! Sharp, I know say your sus prayer. Your sus prayer. Central Park. Go Central Park. Now woman driver. Go Central Park. Now woman driver. Go Central Park. Go Central Park. She said she don't want to show face.
I didn't
musician, I
want to promote your music.
No. If our music I go stand, I'll stand top. But this one, no.
But listen, they use this one cash out. Can they support the music? But why you not go to load for Central Park?
I go there now.
Now these bus drivers, they don't get new corner when they pass Ebo Street. They'll go turn off for back of they'll come past Ebo Street. Bus drivers say that they worry them. Afa.
Oh man, no be lie, they worry us well. You know, see where the way we take the turn now.
They say they don't want to see you now for a siren road.
What you call happen now?
Go to Central Park.
What you call
is there?
What you call happen now? What happen now? We don't want to see us now.
For siren road.
What we do now? We no house, we no shop.
People when they Central Park now they see walk.
Oh, so no shop again now.
This attire you pa.
Okay, just take us for the monitor. Come, where are for see Oga Neto? First Bank. Okay, now go meet her. Come where they go. Okay. Agrito. Where does that? Not be Central Park all of them are supposed to be revised. Not be Central Park is supposed to drop the passenger.
What's new? Where's the way?
Oh, everywhere don't clear.
Let me small. Now the exercise we did success today.
Everywhere don't clear.
Now we your day. To make sure I go Central Park. Now we your day now.
When they pass the same post.
Yeah. Now make us give the last one in now. When they pass here. As they come for Siloko Road, Central Park, if they come for Ekama Road, Central Park, the reason why they follow you now from tomorrow now, we start to take action. So now one we they give them now, all of them they go Central Park.
Why you not go they carry passenger and discharge passenger for Central Park?
The thing the Central Park will control all of us finish.
When you want to spray this bus?
You know, me, I'll spray her next week. Next week, now I'll spray her.
What's new? Okay, una arrest this one. Una arrest her.
All of them, they don't want to go Central Park. They don't want to go Central Park. With the park, all of them, they go Esmo office now. Who know your word? You see the park that they go there.
My back cut.
It's dirty. It's dirty.
Why you not carry passenger? Drop passenger for Central Park. Why you?
Sorry, my brother. What did they do us? We don't understand. Government won't turn all of us. I don't understand where we won't go. As it is right now, as come up for us, man for put food for table. I don't feel load for Ring Road. I don't feel the shard. They all the push-ups up and down. I heard the chop because I don't get power to talk.
When you want spread this bus, when you want
go spray, no be money until I spray. Muna give me money, man tell spray. Muna allow us to work first.
Now Central Park with this.
I agree with you.
Now Central Park with this.
What's that?
Why you not carry passenger and drop passenger for Central Park?
Sir?
Why you not carry your passenger and drop your
Now
passenger?
from Ugbowa they come, so not be Central Park side that they go. Here now we will pass.
Ebo Street.
Ebo Street. This one
Ebo Street.
Don't general.
That be the new route.
No, not be new route. This one are from Ugbowa they come. Don't general.
Spray your bus, oh. Spray your bus, oh. Welcome. Welcome, bros. Government say they don't tire for those yama for it.
In short, it's good that they declare and so. Because nowhere to pass again. They don't park for road, they load. I said they clearance with me, I like them.
And government say if they catch any passenger, we enter motor for siren road, go face mobile court.
Now so, it's good.
Where you they go now?
Me, I they go.
Agree to. What's your apple? What's your apple? No, what's your apple? What's your apple?
Okay, wait till they
now your motor be this. Come.
My motor.
You're not supposed to load here. And you're not supposed to drop passenger here. You're supposed to go to Central Park. What will be the challenge where you face?
Because Central Park is not there enough for the vehicle.
Okay,
even vehicle where they inside. Vehicle where they inside Central Park, you not contain them. Where there, you not contain them. Doctor said the whole vehicle want enter inside, you not contain them. And one thing I want to tell our government be say, not be say.
No, you want to talk to the governor.
Yes, now. Your Excellency, sir, Okpeolu, I respect everything that you have been doing because you have been doing great. With Denko Idaosa, Denko, you can see me frank, you know me very well. One thing I want to say is that
speak pidgin English.
Okay, one thing I want to talk be say
anytime any government where they come, they send Agberu where they use where they collect money before. Now all of them want force to be the control driver.
Task force.
They want the control driver. Oh God, gutter dirty where they employ people now. They're going to work gutter. I mean they clear gutter now. Enter Agberu road now. Everywhere dirty now. Go get up. Where not dirty. This is our job. You give all these people now. Why do they put everything on driver? What do you do then? Not be to carry passenger as you they go outside. We don't carry you.
But not enter your bus for a siren road.
And not be siren road matter. As we dey here, not be siren road. It's siren road that straight road. Here na Ebo Street.
I don't hear your message. However, Edo State government through the Ministry of Transport, they need to plan other parks, small parks. That central park now fit contain everybody. Get park for Kobai, park for Ikawa Road, small park. It's Excellency, Senator Monday Pawolo, and that's what you go do now. That central park now go contain all of them. Build other small mini park so that Kobai go get mini park. Okay, now I don't know why bus they pass here. Okay, now the information be say that na the King Square. Any bus when they come from this side, you pass here to Central Park. Okay, now I understand. They block this junction so that all the buses when they come, they'll go Central Park. They know they pass here at Ring Road. Okay, excuse me. Spray your bus, oh. However, while these buses they pass here, government don't say no more bus go enter inside that Ring Road, drop passenger or pick passenger. As they come here now to the Central Park, but they know they enter Central Park. Oh, they go pass back over. Some say the Central Park don't full. That's why we go let the Edo State government know. We need to have more parks, more small parks.
In our Edo State government, if they try, not be say no they try.
Also, waiting they happen.
Now.
Thank you. Call Claire. I deal with the Oga for Edo State Tax Force, Oga and Neto. Who they follow and they patrol everywhere. Boss, I got tired. If you come out, they go come. If you come, they go come out. Okay, come this way. What Edo bus drivers need to know concerning this inside the ring road. What will be the message what they want to know, and what will be the laws what they in place?
Right now we don't tell them. May they come on here. See Central Park here very close. Those where they come look for here, it affect those where they go to Central Park. Come like say those where they Central Park. They don't know what they do. Those ones they obey the government law. This ones know they obey the government law, and it's affecting those that obey the government law. That's why we come and say no. We have to put a stop to it. Everybody should go to Central Park. Make everybody the.
In case you they watch us online for ITV for Facebook, I deal with the commandant, Edo State Tax Force, in work where Edo State government give them now to make sure say all the center cities they clear. Okay, continue. Yeah. Passengers too they cause problem.
Passengers are even worse part. But yesterday the Commissioner for Transport don't give order say boss when we hold the passenger journal. By the time passenger here say we dey arrest passenger, that one will sign a strong warning to them and they will now they go park, go the enter bus.
So this enforcement now, it don't start yesterday. Yeah, when it won't end?
This enforcement no go end until these people begin to listen to us. It no go end. We will continue like this.
Also, waiting they happen.
ITV. Certainly the best.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Everyone, and thank you for joining us in the program Woman to Woman. I'm Adisu Welsawagye, and so we're doing part 2 of what we started last week, paternity fraud. We heard last week why, when, how, and all of those excuses. And we thought that 1 or 2 people will call in. So today we're having part 2 of that topic. And today's topic is legal and psychological implications of paternity fraud. We're going to look at the legal angle and, of course, the psychological angle. I have in the studio with me Dr. Igedosa Oseme Bartholomew. Is a consultant psychiatrist, Department of Mental Health, University of Benin Teaching Hospital. A pleasure to have you join us today, Doctor.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Pleasure. All right. And then joining us via Zoom is Tega Iswakbo, Esquire. She's a principal partner, Justice Shield Consult. Hello, Tega. We meet again. Thank you for having time to join us on the program. Okay, let me come to my doctor in the house. So, doctor, hope you don't mind me using your first name.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. Okay, doc. Let's look at because we started this topic last week, so I don't want to ask you what is paternity fraud, but as a doctor, especially in this field, what's the emotional impact of paternity fraud on the man?
Well, there is a lot of emotional stress, psychological stress that a man experiences in the circumstances of paternity fraud. You can, a very good way to imagine it is to say that somebody is bereaved, like the person has lost a dear one. Or imagine when somebody loses his father or mother or child, close relatives and so on. It can be the emotional turmoil can be as bad as that. Because in paternity fraud, you are made to realize, I mean, haven't been unraveled, you are made to realize that the person you have always thought you are the biological father of is no longer your son or is no longer your daughter. And the psychological impact of such awareness, like I said, is as severe as somebody who is bereaved. And the person goes through similar stages of bereavement, according to some psychologists. That is the popular stage by Kubler-Ross, when they talk about denial, anger, bargaining, depression, then finally acceptance. So it's a whole lot, and it can lead to a lot of psychological distress, and in fact, it can lead to a mental disorder if not well addressed.
Okay, when when such a thing happens, like you said, denial will always come. Is it really true? Is it not true? And all of that. There's usually this conflict within the man. How can a man cope with all of this? How can a man cope with it?
Well, it is important to first of all admit that it's a difficult thing to cope with. That's very important. Why this is important is because if we must address the concerns of such people, one of the best things we can do to address their concern is to show them empathy. And empathy implies that you must be able to imagine yourself in that kind of situation. So
it's a difficult thing to do, you know?
Yeah, so it is important to realize this, to be able to help such a person and to understand how they cope. And so, because if you do, you understand why they can be angry, you understand why they can be sad, you understand why they can lose the ability to concentrate, you understand why they feel restless, you understand why they are not able to sleep at night. So it is really a lot for them, and one of the things they can do is to accept the reality. And the unfortunate reality here is that that person you used to believe that you are the biological father of, the son, the daughter, you are no longer the biological father, and that has been made known to you. So certainly there will be outrage,
Yes.
there will be anger, yes, and those are acceptable, and that is the truth. But all those things must be controlled. Otherwise, that raw emotion can lead to something more dangerous.
Is that being able to control all of that we want to talk about now, Doctor? How can we help? Because the last place such a person will want to go to is to seek help in a hospital, because the person will tell you that I don't have problems with my head, I can reason well and all of that. The last person that a victim, let's put it that way, we want to see is a psychiatrist or a psychologist. So how do we help these people, those of us who are maybe friends or relative of those victims, so to speak, victim of paternity fraud? How do we stand in for that person to make sure that there is no breakdown in that person's mental health, no depression, no violence whatsoever?
Yeah, one of the things the place to start from is, like I said, one needs to understand that whatever it is, what the person is going through, the paternity fraud realization,
yes,
is a difficult thing to cope with by anybody and by whatever standard. Then the next step is to, as much as possible, support the person. And how can you support the person? Let the person realize that the entirety of his life is not about being a father to a particular person.
Okay.
There is still much more to the individual's life than being a father. Because why this is important is because if an individual do not realize that his self-concept as an individual is not entirely about I am the father of A, I am the father of B. The immediate thing the person will do when he realizes that he is no longer the father of certain person is to go and
child.
start thinking of committing
And sometimes children, not just one or two, maybe 4 or 5 children, after he has invested so much. That is crazy.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, let me ask you this one before I go to Tega, who is already waiting for me online. What is the psychological, or let me put it this way, does the woman or the child or children share in this emotional trauma?
Yeah, certainly.
And if yes, how?
Yes, they share in it. In fact, it is known that there are different levels of victims in case of paternity fraud. But the primary victims are referred to as the misattributed father or the non-biological father, who is the first or the primary victim. The second primary victim is the child. So to answer your question, the child or the children involved also share in this psychological distress. And to some extent, even the wife or the mother of the child. So for the child, it is also a loss of identity because the child just doesn't realize that the person he or she used to look
father
up to as the father is no longer the father. Is enough to put so much pressure and stress on the person's brain, enough for the person to start having inability to sleep, enough for the person to now having inability to concentrate. And so when the child goes to school, you say everything you want to say, the child cannot pick out one because the child is distressed in his or her brain.
Okay.
That is if the child goes to school at all. Then in the night, the child cannot sleep. The reason is not far-fetched. The reason is because what the child considers fundamental to him or what the child considers fundamental to her is his or her identity. And that identity is attached to, in quotes, his father. And immediately the child realizes that this person, I've been lied to all these years. This person is not actually my father. The whole chemistry of the child's brain is distorted, and there cannot be a better description of what psychological turmoil can be.
That's quite sad.
To that situation.
That's quite sad. When we come back, we'll come and ask you more questions. All right, let me go to my friend Tega, who's already waiting on the other side. Tega, how do you do? Let me hope and pray that we're able to hear each other. Now, Tega, what does Nigerian law hold for a victim of paternity fraud, and what are the penalties? Are there explicit laws?
So, unlike So unlike other jurisdictions like UK and US that have separate jurisdiction for paternity fraud, we do not have what we know as paternity fraud as a crime in this jurisdiction. I mean, in Nigeria. Do you understand? So if Mr. A discovers that the children or the child that he has been claiming to be his is no longer his, he cannot, enforce it in the court of law to say, okay, I'm going to enforce my right that paternity fraud, my paternity has been breached. So we do not have that kind of law in Nigeria. But we have other means of going about seeking for compensation or for damages under our law, which can be under torts, talking about the tort of deceit, for example. I don't know if you can hear me.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you.
Yes, talking about the tort of deceit. Now, this is based on what a Latin maxim we know as ubi jus, ubi remedium. That is, where there is a wrong, there is a remedy. So under the tort of deceit, for example, the man can sue for damages. The man can sue for compensation for the money he has spent, bringing up this child over the years, for psychological trauma, for emotional trauma. That's one of the ways the man can seek redress in court. Another way the man can seek redress in court is by dissolution of the marriage. Of course, on the basis of adultery. The evidence of the child stares the court in the face when we talk about adultery. So you need no further evidence, especially where a court-supervised DNA has been conducted and it shows that the man is not the father of the child or the children. So that is a very good way to prove adultery in seeking for dissolution of the marriage. Of course, the man can also seek for to disclaim responsibility of the children or the child in question, because the child would have been bearing his name, in his birth certificate, travel documents, and all that. So the man can approach a court first to seek for a court-supervised DNA, and where it proves that he's not the father of the child, the man can go ahead and now seize responsibility, fatherly responsibility to these children.
Is it possible for the man, assuming something like that happens somewhere, and then the man says, okay, fine, you have done this to me, no problem, but I want these children, but I don't want you as the woman. Is it possible for him to say, okay, I don't want the woman anymore, I don't want the marriage anymore, but because those children were born in my house under my name, I can claim those children? Is it possible for the man to so do? Because he has invested so much.
Very well. You know what? Yes. You know what the court looks at in cases like this is the best interest of the child. A child has grown up to know a man as his or her father. And then you want to just take the child away from the man and say, Mr. B is now your father. The court must look at the best interest of the child. Now, there is a law under our Evidence Act, Section 165, that states that the children of a marriage, the children born during a valid marriage, is presumed to be the children of that man. And until it is rebutted, the father will continue to be the father of that child or those children. So yes, he can decide to say, I want to have the children.
So he can still claim the children as his.
Yes, he can still claim the children as his. As a matter of fact, there is a Supreme Court decision on this, that as long as the children are born during the pendency of a valid marriage, the children can still be claimed to be the children of the man.
I'm going to take a very short break now. When we come back, I'll come back to you. And of course, Dr. Oseme in the studio will come back to you in a moment. Let's take a very short break and we'll be right back. It's paternity fraud we're talking about. Thank you so much for joining us again on the program, Woman to Woman. Don't be surprised you're seeing a man on show. Yeah, he's a professional and he's talking to us about the kind of problem the man can suffer when this happens. So, doctor, A man has said that he's not the biological father of a child he has invested in so much, that he has loved. Sometimes it could be 5 children, it could be 10 children, and that man may be so old he will not be able to have children again, or may not be interested in having children again. Now, the mental state of the man, the mental state of the child or children, I don't want to talk about the mental state of the woman, because I think, I shouldn't have an opinion, but a woman who can be betting for another man right in her husband's house needs to be checked. I mean, that's not a normal, it's not a normal behavior. Though it is eating so deep into the fabrics of society, where a lot of women are doing all of this. Is this a new fashion trend now, to marry one man, stay in his house, and be betting another man's baby under the name of the man you are living with? So, doctor, the question is, this man who, some men may not present, they may not do anything, they may not see anything, they may just be laughing and smiling, but I know deep down they are hurting. So such a man, how can we help him to avoid violence, to avoid depression, to avoid committing suicide, or to avoid doing something terrible on him, because society will judge him? The culture, everything will laugh at the man. The man who is supposed to be a victim will not be victimized. And then the child too. How do we help that child to cope? Because the child may suffer a lot of damages in future.
Yes, certainly. The man and the child, they would need a lot of psychological support for obvious reasons, as I said earlier. Do they need to go to hospital to find a psychiatrist or psychologist? Yes, that will be very important. They have to. Yes, very, very important. But most important, it's also good for the general public or relatives of such people. So, because oftentimes you would hardly find such person on their own going to say, I want to seek a professional help. Yes, even so, somebody who is all right, find it difficult to go to the hospital. So oftentimes it is important to educate the people, the masses, and especially the people around such persons, that they shouldn't be judgmental towards people like that. They should understand that the person is going through a lot of stress. Some of them that refer to as psychological conflict, or some that refer to as attachment dissonance, for example. Imagine having realized and you are not taking care of somebody you now know is not your child, or haven't realized the person is not your child, and you are imagining all the investment, all the emotion, all the effort that you have put into bringing up such a person, and the fact that this person is not dead. I mean, the child is still alive under your nose. Everything has just changed totally about who you are, who that child is and what the relationship between the both of you are. So it's a lot of dissonance that is capable of actually breaking down any human being. So what is expected of, I would rather want to talk more about what is expected of the individual, is to ensure that he or she he realizes the circumstances, agree that it has happened, and figure out the way forward as much as possible. So while that is important, even the relatives, this is a time not to be judgmental towards this person. This is a time to give support to such individual. I'm emphasizing this because, like I said earlier, most of the time they are not the people who choose by themselves that they want to go and seek help. It is the people around them who identifies this psychological state that this person has found himself, and talk to him as a relative and say, brother, I think you may need to seek help. But we also need to encourage people like that to speak up. And unfortunately, in our environment, one of the ways we assume somebody is a strong man is for the person not to cry when ordinarily the situation demands that he should cry. Men don't cry. They say men don't cry. They don't cry. But when you are in such a state, one of the ways of healing yourself is actually to cry. Because crying itself is therapeutic. It doesn't make the man a weakling. It doesn't make him to appear weak. Exactly. But unfortunately, that is not what we were taught. From childhood, even up to now. Everybody says a man should not cry. So when the man is psychologically distressed, he should still not cry. Therefore, bottling up the pressure, the psychological pressure, and further damaging himself. Okay. Tega, are you with me? Is Barrister Tega with me?
All right, Tega, let me ask you this question now. It seems that a woman who has committed paternity fraud usually walks free, even if the man stop paying, stop taking care of the children, divorce her, and all of that, send her away from his life, and I still feel that the woman walk free. Isn't there something the woman can go in for, either jail term or, you name it, a fine or something that will serve as deterrent to that woman?
Yes, definitely. Under the penal code, which applies to some of the northern states in Nigeria, the woman can go to jail for a term of 2 years or more, because under the penal code, adultery is a crime. So if the man sues the woman for adultery, she can go to jail for 2 years or more. And apart from that, the woman can also be made to pay for psychological damage, emotional damage, and what have you. So it's not as if she's going to walk free. Well, I think it's because
woman pay for all of that. This is our agenda. How much can we pay?
It's the court that will be able to evaluate all that, depending on the evidence that is put forward before the court. And of course, also depending on the age of the child. You know, the child has finished nursery, primary, university, you know. Of course, the woman will be made to pay for all that years of spending money unwarranted.
Okay, so briefly, Tega, how can the man seek redress now? How can the man seek redress?
Yes.
I would like to know.
Yes.
So just do that briefly in 30 seconds if you can.
Yes, like I said before, where there is a wrong, there is a remedy.
Yeah.
Remedium. Now, the man can seek redress by filing a civil suit.
Okay.
Civil suit in terms of maybe dissolution of the marriage, and the evidence will be adultery, psychological trauma, emotional trauma, and all of that. The man can also come under criminal law, under the sort of deceit, you know, to claim damages and all that. So yes, that's one of the ways the man can seek redress in court. Of course, the man can also ask the court for a court-supervised DNA test, you know. And
all right, thank you so much, Tega. Doctor, please, maybe in 30 seconds, what's your parting word for that man who may suffer paternity fraud, who is suffering paternity fraud, and then the children too? What's your parting word before we leave? Your parting statement, rather.
For the man, I just want to say that the end of silence is the beginning of healing.
Okay.
So the man needs to realize that silence over psychological stress and bottling them up is not a solution to handling such stress.
Okay.
So speaking up and seeking help is very important for the individual to get himself back on track. And for the child,
yes,
it is also important that the child should be helped by everyone around and ensure that the child seek help. It is very, very important.
Okay, that's interesting. Thank you so much, Doctor. You may want to know that paternity fraud has gone so deep. It is tearing the society apart. It has torn marriages apart. And unfortunately, it is only when, or sometimes the man may just know, somebody may just be a whistleblower, or when they want to travel and they need to do DNA tests. Now, so once you want to travel and your wife is refusing DNA tests, Oga, go and order for a DNA test so that you'll be sure that your kids are yours. I'm just wondering why DNA tests cannot be done at birth, so that the man will know whose child is taking home.
Well,
is it impossible?
It is not impossible,
okay,
but oftentimes in our environment, because it is also, of course, it's not free of charge.
Yes.
There must be some level of suspicion before you say, I want to do this. Because the next thing is it a regular, is it like a malaria parasite test?
Okay.
Is it like a genotype test?
Okay.
So there must be some level of suspicion before you say, I think I want to do this. So there must be an indication, typically, especially in our environment.
All right, for our men, doctor said, words of marble. The end of silence is the beginning of healing. Please speak up so that you don't die in silence. Thank you for being part of our show today. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. Thank you, Doctor.
No, thank you very much.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
All right, guys, another lovely episode of your #1 rendezvous for men on television, and I'm talking about the Guys Hangout show on independent television, reaching you live from the ancient city of Benin. Yes, I love to call it the city where the king is truly king. Now, for starters, the Guys Hangout show is one unique show that gives men a voice in the society. You know, in a society where men are really not given the pride of place, especially when it comes to self-expression. Right? Men are not giving the audience that they desire or that they deserve. Unlike the other gender, of course, you know, every time a woman cries out about marginalization, abuse, or whatever it is, society is always very quick to react, unlike us men. So the real question is, why does it seem like the society is silent every time a man comes out, you know, to complain or cry about abuse? So that's basically what we're talking about tonight. Violence against men. Why does society seem silent? And of course, I'm not alone. I've got an amazing personality in the house with me. It's been a long time, and I know we haven't really done this in a long while. Yeah. He goes by the name of Michael Imagbedion.
Yeah, you got that right.
I did, right?
Yeah.
It's good to have you in the building, bro.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It's been a while. How's your day been?
Yeah, it's been wonderful. You know, the sun is not friendly.
No, it's not. I mean, sometimes I just wonder if someone is, maybe an angel is cooking in heaven, and the heat is, seriously.
Yeah. It's been all good though. The politics and the economy. It's not really been nice, but we're still surviving.
I mean, we have no choice than to keep pushing.
Of course.
Right? We owe ourselves survival.
All right.
Okay, so let's get right to the business of the day. Yeah, you heard me when I started. Violence against men. First of all, violence is a very serious issue, right? And when it comes to men, it's a different ballgame. Of course, we understand that on no account must anybody perpetrate violence towards another, right? But every time a woman comes out to, you know, complain about violence or being abused, society seems to be very quick to react. But when a man comes out to complain that his woman, for example, is abusing him, there's usually this, you know, lackadaisical attitude from, you know, the average person in the society. Like, some persons even mock him. Like, how can you even come out to say that your wife or your woman is abusing you? So let's begin like this. How would you describe or define violence? Does violence only have to do with physical assault, or there's much more to it?
All right, thank you very much for the opportunity. Let's look at the denotative meaning of violence.
Okay.
All right, so what is violence? I think according to the lexicographers, they said that violence is aggression towards someone.
Okay.
They didn't say physical. They just say being aggressive, being belligerent towards someone. So if I come towards you and I start saying some things that might hurt you psychologically or physically, emotionally, that's what violence means, basically, in the denotative aspect of it.
Okay.
You get, it doesn't have to be I carry wood and used to hit you, whether in battery or...
In other words, it goes way beyond the physical.
Of course, definitely. It can be psychological, it can be, you know, emotional. That one is one of the worst. Yeah, that one is worse than the one is a physical one, because it can travel with you for eternity.
Okay.
Because if I say something that is that maybe it affects you or it relates to what you are passing through, I can take that thing.
In me that reminds me of something.
Of course, it reminds me of what I've tried to, you know, forget. It will be, you'll be melancholic for days, for months, for years. You get, so that violence cuts across the spheres.
Okay, now let's take a look at violence as it affects men. Because it's a guys hangout show, so it's very important that we
they start lining to the guys.
Do you get it? So with all due respect to our the women in our lives, our moms, I hope you understand. So I mean, this is us, right? And like I said, the guys hangout show is about giving men the pride of place, and of course, you know, teaching them to prioritize themselves. A lot of times, men come out to complain about, you know, violence against them. Okay. For example, I think there's a video on social media that I stumbled upon of a man, I think based abroad whether in the UK or in the US. He was having issues with his wife. It was some sort of an argument or something. And then the wife was assaulting him, like physically assaulting him. The man was visibly provoked. He was pushed to the wall, but he couldn't do anything. if not for any reason, for the fact that they are based in the Western world, where
of course,
the rights of the woman is highly protected.
Of course.
And you dare not lift a finger on the woman over there. So, the man was being assaulted. So the $1 million question here is, why is it that, first of all, what gave that woman the audacity to hit the man? Let's start from there.
Well, from what you said, Jose, you said the Western world. All right, that's already a coverage for the woman. She believes she's under the protection of the government. So she believes she can do anything she wants to, and the man will not reciprocate.
But should it really be like that?
It shouldn't be like that, but unfortunately, they're in a place whereby she feels this protection and I can do what I want to do and get away with it. If you hurt me, then you're out of this place. So she's under that protection, in quotes. So she just feel like, okay, I can do anything I want to do. But for me, I don't think that kind of marriage is under love. You might even find out that it's the woman that sponsored the man overseas. Most of the men that take the women overseas, most of them, you see the women being excessively submissive. You get, but so maybe in that scenario, I think maybe the woman
is the one that has
the sponsor them. So I can do anything I want to do to you because I brought you here, and that's one.
Just
Secondly,
like the saying, who pays the pipe up and dictates the tune.
You get that idiom. You get, so I'm the one that brought you here. That's one, and two, I'm under the protection. So I can do anything I want to do to you. Nothing will happen.
Now let's talk about the need to empower men to speak up, especially in circumstances of this nature, because society encourages women to speak up. Society even goes as far as advising women to take a walk from such toxic relationships. Okay, so as a woman, if you're being abused by your husband or by your man, you are advised to walk away from that relationship or marriage. But why is it that when the reverse is the case, when the man is the victim of abuse, a lot of times he's even advised to just overlook. In some cases, he's told to walk away from the scene.
Of course.
Just to douse the tension. But do you think that is a permanent solution to that problem?
All right. Definitely, running away is not actually the best, has not always been the best, and will not always be the best.
Okay.
You get some, if let's use my as an example now, let me use an exemplum, I beg your pardon.
Okay.
If I like someone, if I love someone, I wouldn't want the person to go, and I would not want to leave.
Okay.
Because, like I said in one of our episodes of the series, I said love is putting someone else's needs before yours.
Above yours,
Yeah, you understand. So I think I would try to devise a means for us to settle down, for everything to be copacetic. Like, let me guess, I don't have to run. Okay. But if I get to see that, just because you love someone, a person you love can also leave you. A person you love can also leave you. I can't die because of you. There are many fish in the river. You understand? So we have to talk about it. If I see that it's not working out, then I won't use the door. I will use the doors. I will have to run.
Okay.
You get? I will use the door. Use the window.
Flee.
I will flee. So because of the fact that I love you doesn't mean I will die in the relationship. You get? So, but the first time at the outset, what you need to do is talk it out with the person. The person is mature. The person is mature enough. Talk it out with the person. If it's not working out, then use the doors and use the windows.
Okay, because you see, I was actually going to ask you what to do in a situation where dialogue doesn't seem to be working. Because there are some persons who are just unreasonable. No matter how diplomatic you try to be with them, it's like you're just pouring water into a rock because it can't penetrate, you understand? It can't retain the water. So it's a waste of time trying to reason with some persons. Some people are very quick to go physical, right? Let's not even, like you rightly said, let's try not to make it just a physical thing. There's also the verbal thing. You're having a misunderstanding, a little bit of a conflict with your partner, and then she's already saying words that are, that even pierce harder than a knife. Do you understand? How do you handle a partner like that? Like, how do you even begin to try to make them engage you in a peaceful dialogue?
Let's talk. All right.
Yes. How do you do that?
First of all, I think there's this idiom that says that where your treasure is,
there your heart will be.
All right. Now, a woman that is mature and loves you, I said mature and loves you.
Okay.
She will want to talk, because if you're without dialogue, you are not going anywhere. The situation will deteriorate.
You may not even be able to identify the problem.
Good. The situation will deteriorate. You understand? So we have to talk. If she's interested in the man, she must find a way. She may be acting up, but she'll be like, okay, talk. Let me listen to what you want to say. She's just using means to just listen.
Yeah.
If she's really interested, or if she's still interested in the man, she'll want to hear what the man wants to say. But if she's not interested in anything, it means she's no longer interested in the relationship.
So she's probably fed up and just wants out.
She's fed up. That thing that happened, that altercation that broke out, is just an excuse, a flimsy excuse for her to leave. It's been coursing through her veins for a long time.
So you're saying that there are probably remote unaddressed issues that have been welling up in her.
Yes, of course. That one was just the time bomb. Just set it off. You understand? She's been nursing in her heart. It's been coursing through her veins like, I want to leave. That was just a good reason, in quotes. But to the man, it's a flimsy excuse. So if she's not interested, come on. Let's have a business idea or a business deal. And this business deal will take us to, let me say, the promised land, in quotes. Now, I want us to come together, sit, plan, rejig everything so that we can get somewhere. Now, without doing that, we can't get anywhere. So for that reason, now the woman or the lady in quotes, we need to sit together as mature people. That's first. As mature people and talk about things. Then we can, look forward to the brighter future.
All right, in case you're just joining us, it's the Guys Hangout Show on Independent Television. And tonight we're taking a look at violence against men. Why does society seem silent? Some persons have argued that the reason it seems like nobody really shows interest whenever a man is a victim of domestic abuse or violence is because men are considered to be the stronger vessel. Just like the Holy Book says that the women are the weaker vessel. So, because men are known to be naturally strong, whenever they're experiencing something of that sort, they are not supposed to express themselves. They're not supposed to show their vulnerability. If a man comes out to cry, for example, that his wife has been beating him, there are women who are naturally stronger than men.
Of course.
I think society doesn't actually examine that fact.
Amazons.
You understand? There are women who are just, strong by nature.
Of course.
And I've seen videos on social media of men getting really, really, whooped. By
the men are not strong.
It's not like they're strong. It just so happens that, their women are stronger than them and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
Now, why is it that, let me just paint a scenario. You could be walking along the road and you see a woman assaulting a man physically. You might not feel the need to, step in and try to intervene, right? Because you feel like, okay, maybe, in fact, some persons might even, conclude that the man might have insulted or done something wrong to warrant that. But the reverse would be the case if you're walking along the road and you see a man assaulting a woman. The natural instinct in you would, prompt you to intervene and try to save the woman from the man. Now, why this disparity?
Okay. First, I think we all look bossy differently. Some people see it as another way. I want to see it as something else. Generally, men are seen as very strong and they should be able to defend themselves. They should be, in fact, it is ignominious to the society that a woman is beating a man. In fact, it's unheard of.
Some will even find it amusing.
Of course, it's very funny. Before you never bring it on the phone and posting it on air. So because of that general belief that
men are stronger than women,
the general belief that okay, the man is stronger than you should be able to beat the woman.
But the same society would raise an eyebrow and crucify the man if he dares lays a finger on her.
Unfortunately, that's what happens. That unfortunately is so pathetic because normally, I think. Should I say 98 to 2%, you will hardly see a woman beating a man, but it can happen. So for some men, you just see them, they'll just allow their spouse or their partner to be hitting them. They won't do anything. Some persons see that as, what is it with you? You're supposed to be coy about this now. Why are you doing this? Like a woman is beating you, are not ashamed. This same set of people will be the one you're not ashamed. Yeah. If it were me, no, there'll be blood. But if you raise your hand on this particular woman, the same people will raise their hands on you. You get it? They'll be like, you're not ashamed, you are beating a woman.
Okay.
So you see the way the world works. It's not actually fair to men. The world is fairer to the women. Understand? So if a man does come and raise their hands on a woman, it's something else. You get it? So the system favors favors the women.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And just like someone would say, the game was rigged against men from the very beginning, right? But let's begin. Let's not, because that's basically what this episode is about, right? We're looking at how men can begin to find solace in a world where it seems like their voice or their voices don't matter.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like I said, there are some things a man would come out to say and the people would listen. But there are one of the reasons why a man cannot even come out to tell you that he's been abused by his wife is because of how society would react, just like you said. For instance, if I come out now to say, oh, my wife is beating me, I'm sure a lot of persons are going to look at me like, are you...
What give you the gall to
do you understand? So what do you think society can do to, give men a sense of closure and belonging? So much so that whenever they feel, abused, whenever they feel assaulted, whenever they feel like their sense of manliness is being taken away from them, they can come out and speak and be confident that their voices will be heard. What do you think society can do better? Because we really can't continue like this.
All right. Thank you very much. I think I have 2 points in that. First of all, the community or the society, I beg your pardon, they should stop being judgmental. They should stop being judgmental. See, sometimes if a man wants to hit a lady, he will think like, look at the stigma I'm going to pass through. Yeah. If I do this, so he's traumatized by the fact that what the society will say.
And
that's the judgment.
What effect it will have on him.
Of course, so they should stop being judgmental. Like they should just stop that. If they stop that, we'll open up. You understand? Okay. In fact, we're having our own non-government NGOs coming to our rescue.
Yes.
But that judgmental aspect of the society, it kills the morale of the men. Okay. You get. Now, let's use the other part, which is sentiment. Many persons are sentimental. For example, you see many women talking aggressively,
running a man down.
Yeah, like, why would you want to do that to a woman? They don't want to know what happened. They don't want to know the cause. What happened is that you hit a woman that is a weaker vessel, the bearer of your children. That's sentiment.
On no account must you lay a finger on her.
That is it. So you just see a woman goes to a pub, carries water and pour on the husband. Oh no, that's embarrassing. You get? That's embarrassing. That's ignominious to the society. Yeah. Now that man, out of should I say shame, or if he's looking as if he's being belittled. Some of the persons with they'll be like, a woman is doing this to you. Yeah. They are judging him, so he wants to raise his hands and
to prove that he's the man.
He's actually the man, but he will think again. If I do this, there's going to be a problem.
The consequences.
Because some women will just come out and take it on their shoulder. They don't. If you see them, they don't want to know what happened. Their own is they will show you the part of the video where you assaulted. They will ellipse the part.
They won't tell you the part that they played in the whole.
No, that is not their business. Okay. The part is the man's fault. Okay. So they're being sentimental. So that sentiment and that being judgmental are the things that if we reduce this to the barest minimum, to the NADI, it can help us a lot.
You talked about NGOs and the need to set up bodies that take up issues that have to do with violence against men, just like we have it, for women. For example, I think in the University of Benin there is such an arm that's called Center for Gender Studies. And a lot of times when you hear gender studies or gender affairs, you already know it's referring to women, whereas it's supposed to be a two-way thing, right? So can't we have, a balanced system that also caters for the need of men, especially as regards domestic abuse, right, and violence against men? For example, if a woman is being abused, you see lots of NGOs, human rights activists, women's rights activists, jumping to her defense and even calling for, the prosecution of the man, calling for justice, asking that, justice prevails in favor of the woman. But why isn't that? Don't you think, men should begin to also, do you even think it's possible for us to have such, bodies? Yes.
All right. Now, I don't think anyone will be praying I don't think anyone should be praying that God should be protected, because God can protect himself.
He even offers protection.
Of course. Now, some persons see that men are protectors, so they don't need protection.
Is that true? Do you think that's right?
Definitely not. It's just
because these stereotypes do more harm than good. It's one of the reasons why the boy child feels like, you know, I have to, you know, defend myself. And the only way he knows to defend himself is to take, you know, put up his fist. And the question is, to what end? That leaves us with, you know, a society of bruises and scars.
Yeah.
So don't you think it will also make sense for us to have NGOs and, you know, men's rights activists?
It will make sense a lot. The funny part of it, if you bring it up, it will be laughable to society. It will be like, what are people doing? What are people trying to protect men for? What is this? What do you want to protect a protector? What's the point of this one? Okay, because we have ours, you want to have yours. It just seems like it's redundant. What's the point of this? What's the point? Like someone that has a gun, you are giving the person a needle to protect himself. You get, so it just seems so redundant to the society. Like there's no point of this. No, I believe once in a while, or maybe back in the days, someone must have had the idea of bringing this thing up.
Okay.
But some other persons,
these factors that you've just mentioned.
Good. Some other person will be like, sir, with all due respect, I don't think there's any point to bring this up because you don't have sponsors, you don't have anything. Like, what is the point? What do you mean? What do men? Why do men need protection when they actually protect us?
Do you think
which is terribly wrong?
Do you think the shame factor also has a thing to do with this? Because just like you said, it's the same factor that makes men, you know, swallow a lot of these things up. A man is being abused and he feels like, if I come out now, which mouth will I use to say that I'm being abused? Do you understand? Who would even believe me? Yeah. And how will it sound in the ears of people? So I think, don't you think this is the same reason why we don't have NGOs and, you know, groups that saddle themselves with the responsibility of protecting men just the same way we have it for women? Because, if we come up with such groups, people are going to start asking questions and saying, are you guys not ashamed?
You're not ashamed, yeah. All right. Now, because of this concept of this ignominy, some persons see most of these causes of suicide. Sometimes it's because the pressure on society, from wife, from spouses, from partners, it has coursed through the man's veins. It's going to the zenith. The fact he can no longer hold it down. He just want to let it go, but there is no therapeutic session where he can pour this thing out. Just imagine, the man won't think like, how will he be racking his brain, like, how will he feel if I go to a therapist? I'm telling the therapist that my wife
assaults me.
Is assaulting me, is maltreating me. It will just be filled up. Okay, see, the society right now, or the economy right now is not favorable. By the time you start, see, a man now is focusing on getting daily bread.
Okay.
And apart from that, you are pressurizing the man. If everything is too much, what will the man do? He will just think, what should I do? This place isn't supporting me. The society will not support me. If I go against, everybody's against me. Let me just end it all. So that shame factor is causing depression and one of the reasons of this suicidal attempts.
So quickly, just as we begin to wrap up in less than 1 minute, what do you think can be done to, you know, give men a sense of belonging and also reduce, you just mentioned suicide, which is a very extreme consequence of this issue. So what do you think can be done to give men a sense of belonging and also make them, give them a feeling that they are welcome in the society and that there's no shame in crying out that you're being abused? In less than 1 minute.
All right, I think first of all, I think we should leave that shame part. They say you die in shame. You die. You better speak up. I speak out, I speak up than to die in shame.
Okay.
Let's forget about the shameful parts. We are humans. We feel, we have emotions.
We have blood flowing through our veins.
Of course. So let's forget about whether being a man or whatever. You get. So let there be a body. Let there be an NGO. Just like everything. See, most women do complain about inequality. I think this is where the inequality is playing right now. Since they have theirs, what should we have ours?
So gender equality should find expression in this regard.
In all spheres.
All right, thank you so much, Michael. I really do appreciate you really threw so much light on this particular subject, and I hope that our viewers out there have learned a thing or two from this. It's been the Guys Hangout Show on Independent Television, and we've been taking a look at the issue of violence against men and why society seems silent. Now, if you're a man out there and you're going through violence, you're suffering from some sort of abuse from your partner or from anybody, from your fellow man or from a woman, please speak up. Nobody should die in silence. Everybody should have a voice. I don't think there's any reason why you should allow anybody reduce you to a point where you feel less of yourself. Okay, so if you feel like you need to say something, please do say something. Okay, that's the only way you can find closure. My name is Harry Aigboje. It's been an amazing time on the show tonight, and I want to say that it would be nice for us to do this again, same time, same station next week. But in the meantime, make sure you stay out of trouble, do the right thing, and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV,
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
certainly the best.
Hello and welcome to WIC, Women in Conversation. This is a table where women discuss issues that surround women, things that bothers us and things that makes us happy, things that gives us the privilege to continue to be the good mother that we should be and the good wife that we should be and a good person in the society. We talk about everything here. We talk about men because they also ask, why don't you discuss men? We do talk about men sometimes, but not always. It is a table for women where we converse and where we discuss. It's a pleasant being here with you this day. I have my women in the studio who are going to be discussing some of the topics with me today. As usual, I have on my left Ayo Ali, Ali Balogun. Yes, Ayo, you're welcome to the table.
Thank you for having me.
You are looking so
again.
amazing.
Thank you.
I keep stealing things from you. Don't worry, we'll talk about that. And of course, I have my fashionista in the house. We all know who she is. She is Princess Edith Madejomo. Edith, you're welcome.
Thanks for
You
having
are
me.
looking so amazing, so dashing.
Thank you. Very true.
Well, very true.
Very true.
Thank you, Ayo.
Very true.
Thank you, Ayo.
I'm blushing.
Don't blush.
Very true.
Anyway, someone is.
So are you looking very good? too.
Yeah,
you're not
thank
looking
you,
bad either.
thank you. But that's a guy behind the camera who is always here for us, who is also blushing and looking at Princess with some kind of eye saying she looks so pretty. Anyway, thank you ladies for coming on to this program. Okay, so we're just going to be going straight to this talk, and then it's a write-up from Stella Justice Wanya. She is a legal and a marriage counselor. Okay, so this is what she talked about. It's on DNA. I know we have talked about DNA on this table. I'm sure Ayo wasn't here when we talked about, but you were here. But this is a different dimension on the talk of DNA. And she says, if your husband threatens DNA tests on your children and you know there are is, let him do it. Once it comes out positive, go straight to a lawyer. File a civil claim for breach of trust and ask for 100 million compensation. Marriage is not a testing ground for suspicions. Let him test, let him confirm, but don't let him get away with breaking your trust. Case closed. This is so much. When I saw it, I'm like, okay, no, we need to talk about this. Do you agree with her, Abiodun?
I don't. I don't. Now, not about the DNA testing, but the aftermath of the DNA testing. Now,
okay, so asking for compensation of 100 million, that's what you don't...
I don't agree to that. Yes, marriage is a contract, but is it transactional? No. What led to the man wanting to have DNA in the first place? What led to it? I think if you really love the man and you really want to marriage, and you want to stay back in the marriage, you want to know what led to the suspicion in the first place. So to solve any problem, you need to have the root cause analyzed. There's a root cause analysis of any problem, Now, having said that, you also want to go further to see if you can salvage a marriage. You would walk away if the feelings is dead. Why would he want a DNA? Does it have to do with my character? Does it have to do with my positioning? What led to that suspicion? Treat it if you want to keep your marriage. Now, so thereafter, is the father of the kids, whether or not... let me bring another twist to the matter.
Okay.
In the Nigerian law, for a few years now, there's been a lot of bohaha on DNA, this one, or a married woman carry this one. The Nigerian law says it, and I have lawyers who have educated me on this. A man and a woman got married. The woman falls pregnant for another man, whether found out through DNA or not. That child from that union belongs to the husband of that union.
The husband you married.
The man you married. Except the man states otherwise.
Oh, okay.
Except that's the law in Nigeria as at today. Now, Why would the man want to do DNA? That just brings us to character issue, trust issues. What led to it? Is the marriage done? If the marriage is done, then there's only filing for you. Just file for divorce and everybody moves on. You don't go and file for breach of trust and breach of rights to kiniko. I think you still stay in the same marriage. I don't think so.
It will not be healthy.
Okay, it will not be healthy. But let me come to you. Now she's saying it is not right for her to have claimed money. But is it also right for the man to suspect her to the extent of wanting to do a DNA without discussing with her? Because I'm sure if there was a discussion on this, I don't think it will get to this extent of, go and do DNA. I don't trust you. Can we talk? This is the reason why I do not trust you. Do you think the blame is only on the woman for asking for 100 million naira? Would you ask for 100 million?
Oh, you're throwing it at me. I would not ask for 100 million. Why would I ask for 100 million? You can't be mad for your husband coming all of a sudden to ask for the DNA. Like she said, there must be some character, maybe deficiency in your character. There must be a breakdown of trust for the man to wake up all of a sudden and want to conduct a DNA, either with your consent or without your consent. And if he asks for your consent, please grant him, let him go ahead. And if he come back positive, there is a breach in trust. Then where did this start from? When did you start distrusting me? Is it from my character? Did I display anything that will make you distrust me? Did my conduct make you not to trust me? You also have to look inward. That is it. You also have to look inward to see if you have any one point all the time or the other time to make a move that makes him to, not to trust you or to question your integrity. Now that he has done it, you sit him down. You have to talk. You made him sorry for what he did, but not you going as far as suing him to pay you 100 million. When he come to pay you that 100 million, and you still be in that marriage, how do you think you're going to relate in that marriage? Family are going to come in. This is not just about you and the man now. You now go to, to the extended family. How are you going to look at this man tomorrow and say, yeah, I eat your 100 million, nothing happened? And you think you'll be comfortable in that home?
No, I don't think in that case she will still remain in the marriage.
Thank you.
I do not think so.
So if you want to take a walk after that, maybe he's not trusting you, after doubting you and all that, if you want to take a walk, if you want to sue for divorce, go ahead and do it if you're done. And let him know that I'm suing for divorce because of so A and so Z. You understand? Let him know that this is what you did, or this is what you do that make me to fight for divorce.
Okay. Ayo, let me come to you. Okay, so you have said you were not going to ask for 100 million naira compensation when it turns out to be that the children are his. But what will you do? You're not asking for 100% compensation. What's your decision? What would you have done if you were in that shoes?
So it brings me back to, in what context did the DNA matter arose? Was there conflict before then? Was there tension? You can't have a loving relationship and say you want to do DNA.
Okay.
You can't. So there's trust deficits, like Princess said. So once there's trust issues, it's either you walk hand in hand, seek counseling to, salvage the marriage. If there's no trust in the marriage or in any relationship, business relationship or whatever relationship, there's no point for it. You understand? So now, let's now say what led to the man saying he wants DNA. I love what Princess said. You have to do introspection. Check yourself, what have I displayed? And sometimes, online counselors.
Okay, so I want to find out why you think it has to do with just the lady. Why didn't the man, you were suspecting your wife. There's this lack of trust all of a sudden because there's something you have seen or, something going on. Why don't you sit her down? Why do you just come up and say, go do a DNA test?
So it means that there's also the issue of context. What led to what? Is why I said there has to be a root cause analysis of what has led the man to make that demand. this is not exonerating the man
Mhm.
at all.
Mhm.
However, it's quite easy because as a woman, you know where you were before you met the man. You know at the time you met the man. You know if you went to see another man. So it's only the woman that can tell to a certain degree who the father of
the
her
child is.
or
Yes.
children is.
Mm.
You know. So, but having said that, for the man to come to say, "I want to do DNA," I love when Princess said, "The man has sorted her consent." Means there's room for resolution. Why? And if you people are mature enough, emotionally intelligent enough to want to salvage a relationship, be mindful of the action you take, whether he does DNA or not. The products of that marriage are those children,
Yeah.
and they're more important
Important.
than your ego or than whatever you're going through at the moment. So I would take that approach. I'll consider the mental health of my children as I consider the mental health of myself, not my ego, not my pride.
Another thing I see there, it doesn't always have to be or do with the woman. At times it's the man. Maybe he has some medical issue. You
Mhm.
never can tell.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
I was
it.
going to come there. You
Yeah.
just took it off me.
Yeah, there. So maybe at a point he actually did not know his medical status,
Mhm.
and along the line he had something took him to hospital and
Mhm.
was able to find out his medical status, and now he began to question himself. When did this start? When did I start being
Mhm.
not be able to?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Absolutely.
So he has to now flashback. You know, when he was a young man, some girls can just come and say, "I'm pregnant for you," and some men will say, "I've got this pregnant, I've got a pregnant, I'm very fertile." There are some,
Not knowing that.
So
he's loading the gun and somebody else is
shooting it.
Oh my God.
Somebody else is shooting it, and he's just not the empty catching.
You understand?
You can imagine that. So
Okay, so if that's the situation,
okay.
The situation, of course, because he just maybe a doctor just told him, "You are this or you are that,"
Mhm.
Don't you think it would have been better he discusses with the wife and let her know why he's wanting her
you
to
never
go do
can
that?
tell what some men will do.
Or
When some men-
even women would do.
We know when some men have the opportunity to bring down a woman, they leave no stone unturned. Now they will forget they are going to be at the receiving end. Eventually. Because now these kids are yours, and you are happy that they are your children. Now you are going to strip yourself naked. He won't think of that initially. All he will be thinking is, "I want to do DNA. I want to find out if this children are mine." You get it, and he just want to deal with the lady, disgrace the
Embarrass
woman,
her.
embarrass the woman. At that time,
It brings us back to the issue of unhealthy
relationship. So, but it's aftermath of the DNA that it will not dawn on him, like, what have I just done? That will be medicine after death. And if you have a woman that is very firm, that is where this claim is coming from. A woman that is very firm, that was trying to cover your nakedness all along, so to say, and that's where she was okay. Now that it has come to this,
But the story says that the narrative says that you are sure he's the father of the children.
oh,
so there's no nakedness. to
Oh,
cover.
okay, yeah, that's
You
the story.
understand?
So the
You know.
woman is actually sure the man is the
She
father.
didn't play around.
No, she didn't play around. She trusted herself.
Yes.
That is it.
So
what gives the man the impression that
is
these
where-
kids are not mine?
So if the man says that to me, the first thing is, sure, you go for DNA, but be sure that you're questioning my integrity as
Why
a
doing this?
woman and as your wife. What has led to this?
Mhm.
Naturally, I'll be angry. Naturally, I will throw the tantrums of this world.
Sure. Mhm.
But bottom line is, do I still love this man?
After all that.
After all he has said,
Or
we have not even
even-
done
yes.
the DNA. He has just come to me. The fact that he has sought my consent tells me that he's trying to salvage
The marriage.
the relationship.
Because some would have gone ahead without telling you.
That's it.
After all, they are his kids.
And you will never know.
No.
Until one day he will now brag about it, that you are here talking about, I did DNA on my children and on the kids. They're my children.
And trust me, they can brag.
And they can brag. And how would you feel that you now got to know later that he went to do DNA
behind you?
That is actually very devastating.
Very, very.
Okay, so both ladies are saying they will not ask for 100 million naira compensation. It would be nice to have listened or heard from other women out there to know. I'm sure the Gen Z girls
and millennials,
and well, the Gen Z girls will ask for 100 million compensation. But anyway, let's go on a short break. We'll be right back to continue this discussion. Sit back. Welcome back. We're still here at WIC. We're still discussing the DNA. If you will be asking for 100 million compensation after your husband asks you to do a DNA, and of course you're very sure those children are yours, would you be asking for 100 million compensation, or you're just going to be upset and let it go because you love your husband? We would have loved to hear your response. But anyway, the women here are, let's say, representing you. It might not be 100%, but 80% representation. Okay, one word for the DNA, so we can move on. You say you're not going to be asking for a compensation. So what will you tell your husband?
So at this point, I sat on the inside. Do I still love this man? Do I still want this relationship? And what would be the fate of my children? Of course, we'll do the DNA. Being a woman of integrity and substance, I'll go for it. And but then we will have to work on building the trust again.
And you will still remain in the marriage?
Yes, if I still love the man.
Okay, Edith, will you want to remain in the marriage?
So I said, so if I still love the man, I meant to say that. Now, you know, love is very subjective. So I'll still remain in the marriage if the man is still of value to me.
Oh my God!
If the man is still of value
to you, if the man is still of value to
you understand?
Ayo.
You put the upsets on one side. Women learn to put the upset. Even me that I'm saying this, I'm teaching myself. Put the upsets on one side. Put it aside. Is this man of value? Is he a provider? Is he everything? So then I begin to check. You want to do your pros and cons.
You know, this time you're going to put everything on the table and begin to tick.
Yeah.
And this is the time for you to really have a reflection and begin to tick one by one. Are we doing this? Is this okay? Should we go ahead?
Ladies, my how do I say it? Anyway, let me leave it. Let me leave it at that, because you just got me when you said, I wasn't expecting that. When you said if the man is still of value to you.
Ah, yeah, at the end of the day.
I wasn't expecting that. But anyways, let's move on, Edith. Do you want to conclude on the DNA thing? Would you still be with your husband? Would you want to keep your husband if he's still of a value, or if you still love him? Which one?
Yeah, if there's still love in the marriage, it's a two-way thing. It's not just one way. Not whether I still love him. If he still love me and I still have some amount of love for him, it's workable.
Okay.
I can still be in the marriage, but we have to talk.
You can still be in the marriage, but there must be a talk. There must be a discussion with coffee or tea, as you might want to have.
And he has to beg me, of course, beg me well.
Okay, so we're going to the 100 million naira thing, because he has to beg. Is it just begging you?
No, that's transactional. You know, you can make a transactional matter romantic. So I have done all of this. What led to this? The man coming to you to ask for, a DNA means that he still wants a relationship with you. He just wants to be sure. Something led him. So once we have treated that matter, now you have to win me all over.
Yeah.
You have to.
Does he have to buy you gifts?
You have to. Gift is understatement.
No, he has to win me. He has to wow me all over, because I have to feel.
We have to start building that trust all over again.
You don't get it. You want to build the trust all over again. She wants to build the trust with him, wowing her, and then.
Yes, because you see, the truth of the matter is something gave on the inside of me. It's natural. You have questioned my integrity. And it's for someone who upholds herself as a woman of integrity, it's going to shatter me.
Of course.
So I love you, but you have to win me back.
And not just with, talking to you. It's going to come with gifts.
even without the DNA issue, I'm winning you every day because I'm going to be buying you a gift. You have to buy me a gift too. You're being kind, considerate.
Did you hear that? Who talk here?
Anyway, let's leave the DNA for the man. And let's leave the 100 million naira compensation for the woman. It might be in a different way. It doesn't have to be 100 million naira compensation.
It can be.
But you could just woo me by, spoiling me with gifts, spoiling me with cash gifts, spoiling me with, getting me a beautiful car. Getting me a beautiful car to calm me down because, you didn't trust me. And that's not good. That's not good for marriage. You just have to trust me because there's love in the marriage. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go to an everyday woman. How can an everyday woman help to shape the system? I mean, looking at Nigeria right now, the country needs help. The American has referred to Nigeria as a country with particular concern, and you hear people say women can actually help to build a damaged, let me not say the country, but a damaged relationship in a marriage or even, just relationship. Women are always there, or rather they're the ones that are able to build this relationship together. Okay, so now how can an everyday woman in this country help to shape the system, the economic system, everything about Nigeria? How can we help?
So I think I'm going to start first by identifying who the everyday woman is. Now, because Nigeria, average Nigerian would think, is that woman walking on the streets,
Of
the
course,
ordinary citizen. So there's that ordinary citizen as an everyday woman. There's that chairman of captain of industry as an everyday woman. Bottom line is wherever strata you fall into, rich, poor, one thing that you need to have at the back of your mind as a woman, as a man, as a Nigeria, is your allegiance is to the country, the entity called Nigeria. The first step is to build the mindset of the people, and that's what I do as a human development trainer. You see that Nigeria is so blessed with the human resources, but yet there's a huge deficit. How does that person contribute to the growth and development of the country? First, you begin a mindset shift. Remove the me.
True.
Begin to have kind consideration for others. Not sympathy, empathy. Where you build a society that thrives on empathy. That captain of industry, that CEO of an organization, the employer of labor, are you kind? There's a difference between being nice and being kind. A lot of people put up the facade of niceness without being kind. They're slave drivers. You now have that. So put that on the other side. So on your day-to-day, are you a kind person? I saw Prince and I was like, oh wow, you're beautiful.
True.
God spent overtime on you, and I remember the day I met you, it was like, wow, it was like love at first sight.
True.
Be kind. You can never underestimate the power of kindness. Your words, your actions. Be a person of integrity as a woman. Women will say, I'm doing this for my children. You still, because of the children. Would you be proud to have a thief as a child? You're promiscuous because of a child. Would you be proud to have a promiscuous child? These are the things. Life is in phases. You go through ups and downs. But one thing is that the average woman, any woman, whether rich, poor, whether you're going through a downtime, you're oppressed, you're feeling oppressed, you're depressed, you are at your high, have at the back of your mind that value. You must have that value for self. Your self-value as a woman, self-value as a daughter, wife, single woman, married, it doesn't matter. Importantly, see yourself as a representative of that family unit. They say, no woman, no nation. No woman, no nation. So when you see women do things that are wrong, it breaks my heart. My sisters, a few times I've been in the ladies. you're using the restroom, and I'm maybe by the water faucet washing my hands, and you see women, grown women, exit the toilet cubicle and leave without washing their hands.
Yeah.
A few times I've been like, oh, excuse me, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like,
oh God.
It is very important.
God.
That's something as basic as that. You must see yourself as a person of pride. You must feel the need to give account, not just to your family, to your establishments, to your community. Be part of the community where you live. You expect a better Nigeria. Do you expect Ogolese or Beninua to come and do it, fix us for us? Change starts from you. Yeah. So that's it.
That's it for you. Edith, what is it for you?
Explicit. Okay, everyday woman, how... Please, can I get the question again?
Yes, how can everyday woman help to shape the system?
Shape the society. We can do that in diverse ways. She has just explained, she delved into a different angle. There are so many things we do. When you are a woman of integrity, there are certain things you should do to uphold that integrity. You can't just say you're a woman of integrity, you're this, and you're not doing things that will qualify you as a woman of integrity. How do you affect the society? By affecting your environment positively. Start being accountable to yourself. As a woman of integrity, you have to be accountable to yourself, to your immediate society, your family, then before your society. If you are not accountable to yourself and to your family, you won't be accountable to the society. Then do your bit. Just like you said, there are ghost drivers. There are some people that have domestic staff, the way they treat their staff. You as a neighbor, you just look at them and shake head. And there are also good people that have domestic staff, the way they treat their staff, you look at them and give them thumbs up. So how do you affect your society, your immediate family, your immediate staff, your staff? How do you treat them? That is the one way of affecting your society. Then you being a woman in the society, there is this, my upbringing, there is this way they taught us when you are in environment, we say it takes a woman to birth a child, but it takes a community to raise a child. So that is, I feel, that's another way of affecting your society positively. You see another child going the wrong way, you look away. Are you affecting your society or your environment in a positive way? No. Whatever you can do to correct that child at that point in time, do it without mind knowing the parent or even want to know the parent.
Okay, so let me come in there, Edith. We're talking about how an everyday woman can shape the system or help shape the society. And you are talking about correcting children. Some mothers don't accept that. So I have come across a mother who was fighting her neighbor. I was driving past, I had to stop by and say, what's going on here? I needed to, our women,
excuse me,
women, let me use the Yoruba language, I wanted to know what was going on. Okay, and this lady asking the daughter who just turned 15, but was wearing an exposing clothes to go out. And she called her back and said, no, I mean, this is too exposing to trek. If you're sitting in mommy's car, that'll be nice, but go back and wear something more covering. And then the mother came down from upstairs. Go and advise your own child. Leave my child. Did I beg you to advise my child? So in a situation like that, it's not every mother that accepts that you talk to their children.
It's different way of correction. I understand what you are saying. There are some parents out there, not just a mother, there are some parents that doesn't want you to talk to their children. They even ask their children not to greet anybody. There are some parents like that. So when it comes to affecting the society positively, I believe you do your bit, do your quarter, and do it very well.
Okay, do your bit, do your quarter, and do it very well. And then Ayo had said that she gave an example of someone using the toilet and she was there and she calls the person back. Do this. I mean, as little as it is. Thank you for being tuned today on WIC. We'll see you again next time. My name is Patricia Uru.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
It's always an exciting time to have you join us on the program Heritage with your sincerely, Oluije Oyikokai. Today on Heritage, we will be going to Benue State to go look at the Swange dance. Now, this dance is energetic, and when it comes to rhythms, it comes to music, it comes to dancing, and not to leave the drum beat. Yes, the Benue people, they are definitely ready for you today as far as culture and tradition is concerned. So let's go over to Benue State and look at Swange dance. Don't go nowhere. This is Swange dance, popular among the Thief people of Benue State. The dance is one of the best dance in Africa. It is indigenous. The Thief people are from Benue State, the Middle Belt region of Nigeria.
agricultural activities, Benue State is also rich in food. And that's why they're called the food basket of the nation. Benue State, when you tap into their wealth of agricultural potentials and all that, you discover that yes, Benue State on its own can feed the nation. But let us work together to promote the agricultural activities and all the cultural activities in Benue State. Thank you so very much. Oh yes.
Swange dance originated in Benue Valley of Nigeria, Middle Belt region, blending cultural expression from the Tiv, Idoma, and Igala people, often called the boneless dance due to its fluid, rhythmic motions. It serves as a social, recreational, and celebratory performance. The Swange dance evolved as part of the rich cultural heritage of the Tiv people. Swange dance is characterized by slow rhythmic contortion that can accelerate on in tempo based on the agatia flute. The music incorporates a mix of traditional Tiv and Hausa instruments, driven by the agata flute or Guido. The Swange dance are integral to Tiv culture, reflecting joy, community, and social solidarity. Wonderful attire, wonderful display, and definitely an energetic one at that. We'll be seeing again next week for another exciting time on Heritage, getting you closer to your culture and tradition. That is what we know how to do best. Till then, do have yourself a blessed day and an exciting week ahead of you. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
The man went out to bring in thugs to come and beat her.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, do you think women would have seen that and still want to speak?
Really, we're talking that's what I said. So when they bullied her,
Yeah.
if she's not bold enough, she will shut up.
What is your advice for girls out there that are so desperate to be married?
We women, we have to be really intentional about our parenting.
If you know a child is being abused, or you see signs, a bruise or a child, it has to be investigated.
People barely even breathe when they are going for a shrebi and something. You have to be
They can't
smart.
sit
If
down.
you see where they are dressing them up and dragging on both sides, you cannot breathe. And these women will stay in those events for hours just to keep up with that beauty trend.
Is that healthy?
That's not healthy.
I am Patricia Uremu Gabriels, and we're reaching you live from our Lagos Network studio. Of course, Women in Conversation is a program designed for women to discuss about themselves.